Today, let's try to make an octahedron. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these three pads of stickum notes that happen to be square, and I'm going to make a nice three-colored octahedron. And so when I know these things are square because if I hold them like this, and then I take one of them, and then I rotate it 90 degrees, it still fits snugly together. Okay, so they're square. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these. Okay, and what I have is on this side it's sticky, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this vertically. Okay, and so it's not going to stick together because I'm holding the sticky side, and then I'm going to crease it here vertically, unfold it, and then crease it horizontally. Okay, so now if I open it, you'll see four squares, and then on this side it'll be the non-sticky side, and so it kind of makes a little bowl-ish thing because it folds in two directions. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sticky side and fold it corner to corner or diagonally, and so unfortunately it's going to stick a little bit, and I'm going to have to make sure it doesn't stick too hard. So I take the corners now, and now I crease this so it's diagonal, and so I'm going to have to unstick it and then fold it again the other direction. So I've got one fold this way, and so now I'm going to fold it in the other diagonal, crease it again, and now unfold it, but I don't have to unfold it all the way. What I can do is kind of keep that crease, but then fold it this way, but don't let them touch. And so what we're going to end up with is kind of this this nice little cross here. But I'm going to leave it not pushed together. Okay, so now what I need you to do is I need you to make another one of the same color. Okay, so you'll get two of these things, and then two of two different colors here, and then finally two of a third color. Okay, and so one of these corners is really tight, and so what I want you to do is I want you to stick the tight corner into the sort of the gap of the other, like this. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to stick a third color. We're going to put the tight end into one of these ends here. Okay, oops. And then finally we're going to wrap it around so this one fits in to here. Okay, and so what's going to happen is they're going to stick nicely together and form a triangle like this. Okay, and now I'm just going to slowly start introducing the other shapes. And so what I'd like to be able to do, since I have three colors, is I'd like to keep them in this kind of color arrangement. Okay, and so that means I'm going to stick this orange one opposite the other orange one. And so I'm going to pull in this guy here. And then a pink one opposite the pink one. And so I'll just place him right here. Oops. I got to place him. I want to alternate it, and so I want to place this over top. Oops. I want to place this over top of the yellow, but more or less inside the orange ones here. And so I can place him in here and in here, and then finally in there. And so what you'll notice so far, what I have is, this is kind of like the octahedron. We've got the shapes here, then we need the final one, and this is always the tricky one, and it feels like you need another hand to have it work. But essentially now we've got to stick it inside the pink ones and on the these orange ones, so it'll all be nicely fitting together. Okay, so there's one of the ends. I just got to get it on top of these, and then for the final end, it's just got to slide in there. And so a little bit of massaging is required to get this thing to just slide in. I think this pink one's a bit stuck. So I'll widen that one a little bit. Okay. So let me just unpeel this pink one a little because I think it's stuck. And slide it, and then re-stick it. Okay, so and so there we have an octahedron. And so what you'll notice is you'll have essentially a square of one color, a square of another color, and then a square of the third color. So that's an octahedron. Now I prefer to make it without stickies, because this will stick together without using stickums, or post-it notes. But these are what I had handy, and they're already square, and so otherwise you have to be a little bit more careful making squares. But here you go, a nice paper octahedron made of 6 post-its or stickum notes. Cheers.